And we know that beast isn't always going into beast mode, but beast is a state of mind. And how do you keep moving forward? We went through pandemics where we're dealing with racial inequality. We're dealing with so many issues right now, worldwide pandemics, you name it. People feel like that they're not being treated fairly. What, in your sense, in that beast frame of mind, what would you do differently to the world? What would you do, or what can you say that will make a difference to people?
You know, I guess you have to kind of look at history a bit, and people have been through some tough times. And when you look at history, you look at the history of African Americans, you look at the history of just history in general, and people get through because they've got a beast frame of mind. They're going to be tougher than what they see the problem as, and they get inventive about ways to get to their goals. And that's what you got to do. You can't give up. You got to keep moving forward, you know, and you're going to have a few setbacks and sit around and, oh, pity me, and things aren't working and my life. Those are temporary issues. You're on a permanent path to success and making yourself happy and those people around you. But we just all want to be happy, right? I mean, isn't that kind of a goal? And sometimes you get thrown off your path. And no, that's part of life. It is part of life. You're going to have problems. And it makes you better if you go forward in a positive way and talk with people like you, Andre. Talk with people who can motivate you if you're in a slump, because that helped me a lot, to just like somebody to kind of believe in me a bit and say, you know what, you can lose 60 pounds. You can make it if you just do this, this, and this, and then get serious about it. And weight loss is more like it's a consistency thing. You got to do it all the time. You can't give up. So just, you know.
We had the lieutenant governor on. Very nice lady. We're going to talk about getting Governor Holcomb on as well.
That'd be great.
How do you think their roles have been with addressing the issues here in our hometown? Because I think they've done a great job.
I do too. I agree with you. I think Governor Holcomb and Dr. Box have been on. They've been online. I think they're not doing this anymore, but for almost a year, getting on TV on Wednesdays at 2:30 and talking to people about COVID and what their strategy is and what's happening with it and what they're doing. I think he's been great. I've really admired his leadership. I think he's done a wonderful job. Dr. Box as well. You know, they're trying to be transparent. They've told us when things are a problem. They've told us when the vaccines were going to be available. They said how they were going to do it. They want to get the oldest people vaccinated first because they're the most vulnerable. I respect his leadership. I think a lot of people are upset because he closed down so many, you know, and the masks and all this other stuff. But man, this is a pandemic.
You have a protocol you have to follow. And I think people fail to realize that in order to prevent matters from being worse, you got to follow the protocol.
Yeah.
And if he's our general or she's our general, we need to follow those protocols.
I'm with you.
Before we wrap up, tell me what keeps. Who is?
Well, that's Bunk. That's what it is. Man, you got a good producer.
Boom.
You are on it. That is the show. Bunk, you're right.
So this is your sister's.
Now, that's not her. That's not my sister, but this is, as you know, you've seen her.
Yeah.
This is the show that she's assistant director for one of the segments that they did, one of the shows they did. Yeah, it's called Bunked on Disney.
So make sure we tune into that. And Debbie Knox's sister. What's her name?
Lisa Knox Nervig. Nervig.
You guys follow her on social media and watch this show. What's it about? Do you know anything about it?
No, I don't know. Don't ask me. I have no idea. Yeah, she can talk about Bunked, right? She'll promote this. It needs a little promotion. Yeah, because I couldn't even remember it. So yeah.
Thanks, Jason. Good looking out.
Yeah, that was great. Good job. Bunked.